Hello brothers and welcome to Sigma Old Man channel. When you throw stones at a man who builds in silence, don't be surprised if those same stones become the foundation of his empire. Sigma males embody this truth in ways most people can't comprehend. Trying to hurt them isn't just a waste of time, it's a masterclass in how to fail spectacularly. Studies have shown that individuals with high emotional intelligence, like Sigma males, are not only harder to manipulate, but often turn adversity into an unfair advantage. So while you're busy plotting your takedown, he's quietly watching, learning, and mentally filing you under minor inconvenience. Hurting a Sigma male doesn't just backfire, it's the equivalent of punching water. All you're left with is wet hands and regret. Buckle up, because the reasons why will blow your mind and probably your ego too. Number one, he's already seen it coming. Sigma males are always steps ahead because their minds work like finely tuned radars, constantly scanning their environment for patterns and possibilities. They aren't the type to be caught off guard because they're not just living in the moment. They're analyzing it, predicting what's next, and quietly preparing. When someone tries to hurt them, it's rarely a surprise. In fact, there's a good chance they already saw it coming and have mentally mapped out every possible move you might make. This isn't paranoia, it's strategy. Sigma males don't waste energy on guessing people's intentions. They observe and let actions speak louder than words. If someone's behavior starts to shift, if conversations take a subtle turn, or if loyalties suddenly feel shaky, they pick up on it faster than most. Their ability to read between the lines and connect dots others overlook makes them eerily good at predicting when someone's about to cross a line. And instead of reacting emotionally, they respond with calculated precision. The real kicker is that while you're still figuring out how to throw them off, they've already adjusted their position, shifted the power dynamic, and left you scrambling to keep up. By the time you've made your move, they've dismantled it before it even had a chance to land. It's not about playing defense, it's about mastering the board so completely that your opponent's game collapses on itself. Trying to catch a Sigma male off guard is like trying to outsmart someone who's read the final chapter before you've even opened the book. It's a quiet brilliance that leaves their adversaries frustrated, confused, and ultimately defeated. And the best part, they do it all without breaking a sweat. Number two, he knows when to walk away. When dealing with a Sigma male, one of the most devastating things you'll encounter is his ability to walk away without a second thought. It's not a dramatic exit, filled with yelling and slamming doors. It's quiet, deliberate, and final. He doesn't waste time on emotional theatrics or endless explanations. When someone crosses the line, he evaluates the situation with cold clarity and decides if it's worth his energy. Spoiler alert. Most of the time, it's not. What makes this so haunting is the silence he leaves behind. You won't get closure, a heated argument, or even a hint of regret. He simply removes himself from the equation, leaving you alone to sit with the consequences of your actions. That's silence. It's louder than any argument could ever be because it forces you to confront the mess you've made without him there to soften the blow. And here's the kicker, he doesn't do this out of spite or malice. It's just that his time and peace are too valuable to waste on people who don't respect them. He's not interested in proving a point or teaching you a lesson. He's interested in preserving his own mental and emotional well-being. But make no mistake, his absence will hit harder than his presence ever did. You'll replay conversations, overanalyze moments, and wonder why he didn't fight to stay. The truth? He doesn't need to. A Sigma male knows his worth and refuses to beg for understanding or loyalty. The haunting part is realizing you pushed away someone who valued himself enough to leave without looking back. And that's a loss you'll feel long after he's gone. Number three, he won't let you leverage his weaknesses. Sigma males are like vaults, secure, impenetrable, and impossible to crack. They don't parade their weaknesses around for the world to see, nor do they hand people the tools to use against them. While most people unknowingly wear their vulnerabilities like a badge, hoping for sympathy or validation, Sigma males take a different route. They guard their soft spots with precision, ensuring no one can ever use them as leverage. You can try digging, probing, or baiting them into revealing something sensitive, but you'll quickly realize it's a losing game. Sigma males aren't emotionally reckless. They don't overshare or let fleeting emotions dictate their actions. If they do open up, It's deliberate and calculated, often sharing just enough to keep you at a safe distance. What you think is a crack in their armor is usually just a distraction they've allowed you to see, nothing more. Their ability to keep their vulnerabilities hidden isn't about paranoia, it's about survival. They understand human nature better than most, knowing how quickly someone's kindness can turn into a weapon when the situation shifts. Instead of waiting for someone to take advantage of them, they preemptively strip you of the opportunity. It's not that they don't have weaknesses, everyone does, but they've mastered the art of keeping theirs locked away where they can't be touched. This emotional discipline is maddening for anyone trying to hurt them. You can throw insults, dig for dirt, or attempt to undermine their confidence, but all you'll find is a fortress of calm and control. And while you're busy searching for a chink in their armor, they're quietly sizing you up already 3 steps ahead. It's not just frustrating, it's downright infuriating. And it's precisely why trying to exploit a Sigma male always ends in failure. Number 4, you'll end up exposing yourself. When you try to hurt a Sigma male, you're stepping into a trap you set for yourself. They're not the kind of people to get riled up or dragged into emotional outbursts. Instead, they stay calm, collected, and eerily composed, even in situations where most people would lose it. This composure isn't just a show of strength, it's a mirror, and in trying to attack them, all you end up doing is exposing your own weaknesses. The thing about Sigma males is that they don't need to retaliate or stoop to your level. They know that most attempts to hurt someone come from a place of insecurity or unresolved issues. So while you're busy throwing shade or trying to undermine them, they're silently watching, letting your actions reveal everything about who you really are. The more you push, the more obvious it becomes that the problem isn't them, it's you. What makes this worse for you is that they don't engage in petty arguments or defend themselves unnecessarily. Their silence is deafening, and their refusal to react only amplifies your own behavior. Suddenly, the insults you hurled or the schemes you planned don't make them look bad. They make you look desperate, immature, and overly invested in someone who clearly doesn't care about your antics. Sigma males have mastered the art of letting people expose themselves. They know they don't need to lift a finger to win because your actions will do all the work for them. And when it's all over, you're left looking foolish, wondering how someone who barely said a word managed to walk away unscathed while you're standing in the wreckage of your own making. Number 5, your weaknesses are clear to him. Sigma males have a knack for seeing through people. They don't just listen to what you say or watch what you do, they study you. Your mannerisms, your patterns, the things you try to hide, they pick up on all of it. So while you're busy plotting ways to hurt him, he's already dissected your behavior and spotted every flaw you try so hard to cover up. The irony is that while you think you're the one in control, he's already 2 steps ahead, silently analyzing how to dismantle you if the need arises. This isn't about him being malicious, it's about him being prepared. Sigma males don't start fights, but they always finish them. If he ever decides to retaliate, it won't be messy or impulsive. It'll be precise. He won't waste time with surface-level jabs or pointless arguments. Instead, he'll go straight for the jugular, using the vulnerabilities you didn't even realize you exposed. And when he strikes, it won't just sting, it'll unravel everything you built your confidence on. The scariest part? You'll never see it coming. Because while you're wrapped up in trying to outsmart him, he's been quietly watching, learning, and waiting. His calm demeanor hides a mind that's always calculating, and his restraint isn't weakness, it's strategy. The fact that he doesn't act right away lulls you into thinking you've won. But when he finally moves, it's like a master chess player delivering checkmate. So the question isn't whether he could hurt you, it's whether he'll bother, because while he could easily dismantle your ego, your plans, and your pride, he often doesn't feel the need to. And that's what makes him so dangerous. His power lies in knowing he can, and choosing whether or not to use it. Number 6, he turns pain into wisdom. Sigma males have an almost uncanny ability to take what was meant to hurt them and transform it into fuel for their evolution. Where most people crumble under pain, they dissect it, analyze it, and extract every ounce of wisdom it has to offer. It's like giving them a puzzle you might have intended to frustrate them, but they'll solve it, and in the process, they'll build something even stronger within themselves. When someone tries to harm them, they don't waste energy wallowing in self-pity or seeking revenge. Instead, they focus inward. They ask the hard questions. What went wrong? What can I learn from this? How can I make sure this never happens again? Their pain becomes their teacher, not their prison. Every setback becomes a stepping stone, every betrayal a lesson in trust, and every failure a guide for future success. What's even more frustrating for those who try to hurt them is that the very thing meant to break a Sigma male ends up making him more resilient, more calculated, and more untouchable. He doesn't just survive adversity, he thrives in it. The pain you inflict might sting in the moment, but it's only temporary. The wisdom he gains from it, that's permanent. And once he's applied that knowledge, good luck trying to catch him off guard again. It's not just about overcoming challenges, it's about becoming unshakable. Every scar he carries is a reminder of what he's conquered and how much smarter, stronger, and sharper he's become. So while you're busy plotting, remember this: whatever pain you throw his way will only become part of his blueprint for success. In trying to break him, all you're really doing is helping him build a better version of himself. Number 7, he learns your tactics and uses them against you. If there's one thing you should know about Sigma males, it's that they're exceptional at learning, especially when it comes to people's tactics. Hurt him once, and congratulations, you've just provided him with a full masterclass on your playbook. He'll take notes on everything, your strategies, your motives, and even the subtle tells you didn't realize you had. And trust me, he won't forget. What sets him apart is his ability to adapt. He doesn't waste time crying over spilled milk or obsessing over what you did. Instead, he calmly processes the situation, figures out how you operate, and makes the necessary adjustments to ensure you'll never have the same opportunity again. In other words, the door you used to hurt him, it's locked now and he's thrown away the key. But it doesn't stop there. If push comes to shove, he won't hesitate to use your own tactics against you. And no, this isn't about being petty or seeking revenge. It's about precision. He'll take what he's learned and flip the script so efficiently, you won't even realize what's happening until it's too late. Your moves, your tricks, your entire approach will be dismantled and weaponized in ways you didn't think possible. What makes this even more brutal is his ability to stay calm and detached throughout the process. He doesn't come at you with rage or desperation. Instead, he's strategic, deliberate, and unshakably composed. By the time you realize the tables have turned, you're already losing. The harsh truth is this: hurt a Sigma male and it's a one-way street. He learns, he adapts, and he evolves. But you'll be stuck wondering how someone so quiet and composed managed to outplay you at your own game. Number 8, he uses betrayal as fuel. Betrayal is a devastating blow for most people. It breaks trust, rattles confidence, and leaves a trail of emotional chaos. But for a Sigma male, betrayal is less of a setback and more of a wake-up call. It doesn't shatter him, it sharpens him. While you might have hoped to see him spiral, what you've actually done is light a fire under someone who knows how to turn pain into power. When faced with betrayal, a Sigma male doesn't waste time dwelling on the why or chasing closure. Instead, he channels every ounce of that emotional sting into self-improvement. It's not about proving a point to anyone else. It's about making sure he rises above, smarter, stronger, and more untouchable than before. He uses betrayal like a fuel source, driving himself to achieve things that make your attempts to hurt him seem laughably small in hindsight. What makes this so infuriating for those who betray him is how quickly he moves forward. He doesn't wallow or look for pity. He refocuses, realigns, and gets back to work on his goals. And the results are undeniable. While you're left nursing the fallout of your own actions, he's climbing higher, achieving more, and making it clear that your betrayal was barely a speed bump in his journey. The ultimate irony? In trying to hurt him, you've done the opposite. You've given him clarity, motivation, and a renewed sense of purpose. Instead of dragging him down, you've propelled him forward, leaving yourself to wonder how your betrayal backfired so completely. For a Sigma male, betrayal isn't the end, it's just the beginning of a new chapter, one where he levels up while you're stuck in the aftermath. Number 9, your manipulation won't work. Trying to manipulate a Sigma male is like trying to outsmart a chess grandmaster with a game of checkers. It's not going to work. Sigma males are natural observers. They don't just listen, they pay attention to everything. From body language to tone of voice, they pick up on the smallest details that others might miss. And when it comes to manipulation, they've seen it all before. What you might think is a clever little tactic to get under his skin, he's already spotted it a mile away. You can't lie to him because he's already read between the lines. You can't manipulate him with guilt or flattery because he doesn't operate from an emotional place that you can control. He's not interested in playing games or indulging anyone's hidden agendas. He's only interested in the truth, and he knows exactly when something smells fishy. The more you try to outmaneuver him, the more he watches. Every word you say, every action you take is noted and processed. He knows when someone's being genuine and when they're trying to pull the wool over his eyes. And the frustrating part, he doesn't have to call you out on it or engage in a heated confrontation. He simply knows. He stays calm, continues on with his life, and makes sure you never get close enough to try again. By the time you realize your manipulation tactics aren't working, you're already out of moves. And the truth is, you were never playing the game in the first place. He's always 10 steps ahead while you're still figuring out how to make your first move. The worst part? You won't even see the end coming. He's already gone, leaving you standing there trying to figure out where you went wrong. Number 10, he won't play your game, he'll rewrite the rules. When you think you've got a Sigma male figured out, that's when he'll hit you with something you never saw coming. While most people would stoop to your level and play your petty game, he doesn't waste time with that nonsense. He'll see through your attempts to manipulate, control, or provoke him, and instead of retaliating the way you expect, he'll shift the entire dynamic. You'll be left staring in confusion, wondering how your well-laid plans fell apart so spectacularly. Sigma males don't follow rules, they create their own. Where you might be trying to engage in a battle of egos, he's already mapped out a different path that you can't even begin to comprehend. He doesn't play by the game, you know. In fact, he's not interested in your game at all. He'll set his own terms and redefine the situation to his advantage, often without you even realizing it until it's too late. While you're stuck trying to figure out how to respond to the expected retaliation, he's already moved on, taking the high ground in a way that makes your attempt seem trivial. It's not about outsmarting you in a direct confrontation. It's about changing the entire landscape so you can't win no matter what move you make. By the time you realize the rules of the game have completely shifted, he's already miles ahead, leaving you in the dust wondering what the hell just happened. The beauty of it is that he doesn't need to prove anything. He doesn't need to engage in a back and forth to make his point. Instead, he simply rewrites the rules, so the game is over before you even have a chance to play. You were never in control. He was. In the end, trying to hurt a Sigma male is like trying to break a stone with bare hands. It's futile, frustrating, and only ends in your own defeat. Every tactic you think you've mastered is already known to him, and every move you make is countered with such precision that you're left with nothing but the fallout of your own actions. The truth is, the Sigma male doesn't need to fight back in the way you expect. He doesn't need to stoop to your level. Instead, he turns your attempts into opportunities for growth, wisdom, and strength. He learns, adapts, and emerges stronger than before. And the best part? He does it all without breaking a sweat while you're still left wondering how he outmaneuvered you at every turn. The Sigma male isn't just untouchable. He's in a league of his own. And if you ever try to hurt him again, know this. He's already 10 steps ahead, writing a new chapter of his success while you're still stuck on the first page of your own regret. If you've made it this far, you've just witnessed a masterclass in what it means to try and hurt a Sigma male and how it backfires every single time. Now, if you want more insights into the minds of the most extraordinary individuals, don't just sit there. Hit that subscribe button. Stay ahead of the curve, unlock more secrets, and join a community that understands what it means to rise above, just like the Sigma male does. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. Subscribe now and let's level up together. Bye for now and see you in the next video.